Welcome, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. This is the Daily Dose of Dopamine. I'm Susan Scarlett. That's Robert Cochran. And one of the people that I met in Robert's world, actually, maybe I brought Paula to you, I'm not sure. But our friend Paula Dalak, it presented a concept to me that I'd never thought of, which is a word for the year.
Oh yeah.
Word of the year.
Hmm.
And I instinctively, when I heard this from her a year ago, I thought, I can't pick one. It has to come to me. It has to really sit well before I know it's the right word. And the word that I landed on for this year was play. And I was so surprised at that. And it felt so right. And I've discovered all kinds of definitions of the word play. And my word for 2023 came to me yesterday.
Drum
It
roll.
did. It did.
And
And
it
it
is.
came engage.
Yeah. Great one.
Engagement. And it came to me in a very important moment that was quite sad, actually, which is, I've had a lot of pain since this big surgery I had a year ago, March. And I finally got myself to the right PT, went to my doctor, went to the pain clinic, I got no kind of resolution anywhere. And I was continuing to exercise and do strength training and working with and around the area and doing my Pilates and stuff. And when I was with this physical therapist the other day, for the third time, but I didn't see him for 6 weeks because he had COVID and then I had COVID.
Yeah.
um, and he was showing me some exercises that he had shown me before. I realized, I kind of remembered and kind of was honest about the fact I hadn't done them. For those 6 weeks, I hadn't done them.
Mm.
I actually had forgotten that there was a component to it.
Well, that's big.
And I asked him at the end of the hour, I said, what are your thoughts about this work that we're doing here and me not having pain? Are we going to get there? And he said, 100%. Can you imagine? He said, 100%. I've been
Yeah.
in pain for well over a year and a half.
Right.
And I thought, Susan, you didn't engage with the process.
Yeah.
You just didn't engage.
That's so big.
And it's hard to admit that. And it really empowers me because I need to get over this. And since that my treatment with him a couple days ago, and since I've been doing this stuff on my own, guess what? Now, when I have a spasm, I start exercising. I, you know, I have some response to it instead of being mad at my body or disappointed or frustrated. So I'll turn engagement over to you.
First of all, fantastic word choice, fantastic setup. I love everything you're saying about it. What I'm hearing, a couple things. One of them loads up is what I've told you before, what I call duh research. It's
Yes.
it's that obvious stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
and this is you've heard me talk about before too. It's a difference between it's what they call a curse of knowledge in pedagogy, that you can know the thing and it doesn't mean you're doing the thing, right? It's like I give the example all the time. Lifting that 5 pound weight, will give you a bicep, but knowing it doesn't do it. You have to do it. And sometimes the more knowledge you have and the more certain you are in that knowledge, even the worse off you are if you haven't engaged, right? Either in the thing or in the people, the gifted teachers, therapists, whomever, that remind you the best teachers always start at the foundation. And it runs counter to that thing, because what you said brilliantly at the beginning was, we're all looking for the end results. We're all just want to cross the finish line of no pain. Again, antithetical to Stutz, right? And instead, the idea is get involved in the process. Because we'd love to skip ahead and there's a magic pill, a magic movement, a magic superfood, something that's going to make me suddenly pain and struggle free. The minute we engage in that thought, we're lost.
Yeah.
The minute, and I'm as guilty of it as anybody.
Not across the board, though. I think I think there are going to be isolated events when any of us would be tempted to have that kind of thought. But when Jonah and Dr. Sutz were talking about that, and they said, you know, if there's no villain and there's no danger and there's no risk, I don't remember the words there. You know, there are no challenges, there's no problems, there's no growth.
Yeah.
And I thought back over day one in the hero's journey. And Robert, I was interviewed today, take another second here, about improv in my
Ooh,
life.
couch that thought. I want to hear more, but we're at time. Let's leave
Okay.
with that. I want to hear about
Okay.
this interview. All right. We'll see you on the next cliffhanger Daily Dose.